Hey guys, it's me, Elias here, and today we are starting a new series here on the channel called Science Lab, where we're going to be doing a bunch of experiments for a bunch of different reasons. Today's episode is episode 1, 3 airplanes, lots of different experiences. Here we go. Alright guys, so as you can see right here, we have 3 different kinds of paper. You got the paper that you probably find more like on the back of a notebook, which is technically a type of paper. Then we got some graph paper, and then we have the normal regular white paper. Now if you're wondering why these have a little bit of messes, like messed up parts, it's because I had to cut it to the same side of this, or at least close to it, so hopefully it doesn't mess anything up too much. But we're just gonna get right into this, and first we're gonna fold up this because it's probably gonna be the hardest one. Let's just get to it. So I couldn't think of any good music that wouldn't get copyrighted. And I also couldn't figure out how to get the non-copyrighted music to this part, so, you know, here I am. So, as you can see, I'm folding the paper here. The cardboard one was like the hardest one because, you know, it's basically you folding paper-thin cardboard, which is not the best thing in the world to do. I mean, it wasn't impossible, as you'll see, since I'm folding it, but still, like, it wasn't the best thing, you know, like, I mean, it looked cool, so. Now, obviously, I'm not going to tell you which one wins, but, you know, whatever one you think will win. Now I'm moving on to the graph paper. I was relieved because I could actually finally do something called folding it properly, because, you know, the cardboard one was going to be a little bit harder to stay together, but since this one was paper, it's going to be easier than the cardboard one. So, as you can see, I'm just folding it, making sure that there's nothing wrong with it. Make sure it's nice and straight as an arrow. I did mess up on the tip of it, though, which may or may not come into play later. Who knows? But there we go. Just finished that one up. Last up, the most nostalgic one, the normal piece of paper, bro. Like, all the kids would be making paper airplanes out of these ones, bro. It wouldn't even be lined paper. It'd just be white paper that, like, some kid would bring from his house and be like, hey, look, you guys want some white paper and make some paper airplanes? Everyone was down, bro, unless you didn't know how to make a paper airplane, like me when I was very young. Obviously, now I know. I had to make 3. So, you know, wasn't that hard. But, the folding's almost done, so I'm gonna let you guys just watch the rest of the video, and hope you enjoy the rest. Alright, guys, so that's the last one. So, let's get on to the next step. Alright guys, so now we're going to test which airplane can fly the farthest. Now, we always, over here on Science Lab, need to have a question and a hypothesis. So, while I'm finding the question page, make sure to write down your hypothesis down below on which one you think will fly the farthest. Now, our question for today is, how does the weight of paper affect how a paper airplane will fly? Now, my hypothesis is that I think the heavier it is, the less it will fly. Now, let me know if you guys think of any other different hypothesis, because here at Science Lab, we just want to collect all the data we can to make straight fact. So, let's get right over to the data chart so I can show you how we're going to do this. Okay, so now we have this data chart right here, and it's going to tell us how we're going to do things. So why don't you get a little bit of a closer look? Alright, so right here, we have the type of paper. This stands for cardboard paper. This is graph paper, and this is just regular paper. We have 3 trials, as in 3 times. We're going to be throwing these things 3 times. And then right here, the average is how far it went overall. So we're going to get, like, the numbers. We're going to do some math. We're going to put it all together and find out the average of how far it went with the throws that I make. So I know I'm boring you with all the science stuff, so let's get right into the experiment. Since I don't want this video to be too long, I'm only going to be doing the first trial, but I'll still make sure to show you the info at the end of the video. Alright, so first we're starting off with the cardboard paper plane. So let's see how far it goes. Alright guys, so now we're going to be throwing the graph paper airplane. Let's do this. Here we go. Guys, time for the last and honestly most classic paper airplane. The paper airplane. Let's do this. Alright guys, so here's the data right here. Oh, I still need it. Hold on.